understand really that this world is a better place for you will not be handled or will not be achieved unless that you have Islam. Anyway, this is the point. I do not want to spend too much time regarding this. Okay, the second point, which is the continuous. So now we got my point regarding increase of knowledge. We've got what is the type of not beneficial knowledge, and we got the meaning of the zakat of al-ilm, and we understand how to overcome it. Okay, the disease and the cure. Let's go to next point, which is al-najahat al-mustamir. What is the time that I'm getting time? Yes, I think that 7. 20 minutes, I think. Okay. So I will try to. I think that the last part will not be. We're not going to finish it. But anyway, I'm going to go with this. So the second point is najahat. Okay, so it's based upon you. I'm going to stop whenever you want me to stop. So the second point regarding the intellectual desires is the continuous success. Najahat al-mustamir. That another point that we are afflicted with, which is whenever you have continuous success in your life, continuous success in your life. As I said, عمل بلا نية لا يثاب عليه. As Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, that work without niyyah, there is no recompense for it. Okay? This is what Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned. The point that there is a hidden disease in the continuous success. If you are doing everything and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you to achieve one success after another, there is something naturally happen to you. Naturally. Okay? Few people who can escape from it. But the majority, the vast majority of the people, we are going to fall into this disease. Actually, there are 4 different diseases you are going to fall into whenever you have continuous success. And it has been addressed, or they have been addressed in the Quran, in different narrations, in different spots in the Quran. The first one is qaswatul qalb, the toughness of your heart. How this could happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the story of Qarun, for example, that inna Qaruna kana min qawmi Musa fabagha alayhim, in Surah Al-Qasas. That Qarun, verily Qarun, was one of the people of the Israelites, or the children of Israel. فَبَغَى عَلَيْهِمْ. He transgressed against them. The point is, Qarun, as you know, Qarun was one of the people of Musa alayhi salam. You know, because in the time that they were living in Egypt, and in that time Egypt, it has 2 classes. The class of the elites, or we can say the Egyptians, which are highly viewed in the society, and the other ones are the Israelites, the children of Israel. And they are highly humiliated, and they are being treated as slaves. The point is, look at this. Qarun was one of those people. One of the people of Musa alayhi salam. The point that it worked well with him. He got a great fortune, as the Quran mentioned about it. What is the first thing that happened to him? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that فَبَغَى عَلَيْهِمْ. عَلَيْهِمْ, الضمير هنا, the pronoun is related to Bani Israel. بَغَى عَلَيْهِمْ means that he transgressed against them. He found that, this is the point, this is the problem, that your heart will be tough. You will think that success only for people like you, and other people who are really poor, which really you belong to them before, you going to transgress against them. You are going to look to them, or at least you are going to despise them. Okay, so this is the first thing, which is qaswatul qalb. The second part, or the second point, the second disease is al-kibr wal-ghurur, arrogance. And al-ghurur means that delusion in yourself, in your ego. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned also for the story of Qarun, when he was justifying why he has got all of this. He said, إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ عِنْدِي. I have got this, I have achieved it because of the knowledge that I've got, because of me. So this is what we call it al-kibr wal-ghurur, arrogance. He didn't mention anything about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? He didn't mention anything about Allah. And the third one is al-ananiyah. Al-ananiyah, selfishness. Continuous success will give to you selfishness. This is a disease, as I said. Some people can protect themselves from it. But again, sometimes you have no control. The vast majority, as I said. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Qalam, Surah Noon, regarding the story of Ashab al-Hadeeth, which is the owners of the garden. Toward the end of Surah Al-Qalam, you will find a very good story regarding the owners of the garden. Simply, there was a pious person, a good person, and he has 3 sons. This person was so righteous and good, and he has a garden that is very good garden, and it gives to him a lot of fruits every year. He divides the fruits or the harvest every year, 3 divides or portion. 1/3 for the poor and needy, 1/3 for himself and his family, and 1/3 returned to the land. And he continuously did this for many years. It happened that he passed away, and the sons, they have the heritage. And in the Quran, he mentioned the entire story. But in the Quran, give one verse regarding this point, which I called it al-ananiyah, which is the selfishness. They found that their father was right in giving 1/3 for themselves and 1/3 for the land, but they thought that he was not so right to give 1/3 for the poor and needy. They said that we should take it. It's our effort. It's our endeavor, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned here regarding this kind of ego which comes through. فَلَا يَدْخُلَنَّهَا الْيَوْمَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِسْكِينٌ. That they make a plan that we're going early in the morning, in the harvest day, and we're going to crop all the crop, and we're going to have it in our laps, and then we're not going to give anything to the poor and needy. And this is what they say. فَلَا يَدْخُلَنَّهَا الْيَوْمَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِسْكِينٌ. There is no poor person is going to indulge or going to enter the garden today. This means that they want it only for themselves. And this is what we call it al-ananiyah, the selfishness. They thought that it is, they are only the only people who really worth to have this kind of portion. Okay? So this is the third one. The fourth one is at-tafarrud. Tafarrud means that being unique, having the point or having the level of uniqueness. You think that you are like, you are an exception. You are not, you are something that is really exception in this world. And this kind of disease has been mentioned also in Surah Al-Kahf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that about the story of 2 people. That is one of them, he's got 2 gardens. And do you know the dialogue? Do you know this story? Anyone knows this story or not? Really? You know it. The garden, yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So in this story, there was a conversation took place between the 2 friends. One of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted him 2 gardens, that is, great gardens and surrounded by palm trees and so on. The point that the conversation went in that sense, that he said, the owner of the garden, he said that I have this garden, and I think that it will not perish at all. And he said a sentence which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned here in Surah Al-Kahf. He said, وَلَئِنْ رُدِدْتُ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي لَأَجِدَنَّ خَيْرًا مِنْهَا مُنْقَلَبًا. And if I have been brought back to my Lord, I'm going to have something better than this. Can you imagine? Do you know what is the meaning of this? Do you understand the verse? What is the meaning that if I have been brought back to my God or to the Lord, I'm going to see something better than this? What do you think about it? What kind of disease? This kind of disease. It really, wallah, if you just read about the translation and tafsir about this, you will find a kind of complicated ego there. What? Yes?
You can do what God's...
Yes, okay. Associating partners with God. The point is, this is one part. But the other part, which is very important, that he thought himself as extraordinary. that he is an exception.